go for a ride in the woods. So I am actually exploring Eagle Lake Public Reserve land, and oddly enough, I've never been in this direction before. I've been kind of adventuring around a little bit, but I've never gone through this way. This is a fee-free ride, which is very nice. Going into the North Maine woods, you have to pay a fee, and thank goodness this is just the other side of the lake that I live on, and there is no fee to get in. Looks like we're coming up to a town line. Let me see if I can read this post here. Oh, we're actually coming up to the public reserve land, and that's probably what that post is referring to. I don't see a town name on it. Usually there's a town inscribed in there, but I didn't see one. So you might hear the air conditioner. I've got it on a little bit because it's quite warm when I have my camera in the windshield. So I'm going to try to keep my camera nice and cool and keep the film rolling. I'm going to go over a bump. Whee! Anyway, again, beautiful day. It is about 84 degrees out right now, so a little hot to be hiking around for me. So I thought, let's go for a ride and find a cool spot. The good thing is, in the woods, it's all shaded. So you've got about 10 to 15 degrees cooler in the woods. So if we find a really cool spot and I want to check it out closer, I can definitely go for a walk through the woods. I'm hoping that I find some elderberries out here. Each road that I've been on looking for them, the birds have already gotten to them. They're a favorite to the birds, and this year and last year they actually got them before they ripened, because elderberries you don't want to harvest until they're the dark maroon or purpley color, and the birds can eat them when they're red. When they're red, humans can't eat them, but the birds can, and they tend to get to them before they ripen. So I can't harvest any elderberries. Coming up to an intersection here, and I'm not quite sure which way I want to go. I think I know right where this is, actually, because I believe I've come in from the right. If you would turn right here, I think that's the way I usually go. My camera had a hard time focusing on that dust. That was kind of interesting. So we're just gonna cruise on down and enjoy this day. Again, we're in Eagle Lake, Maine. If I can find them, there's a couple spots that are really nice to just walk down to and dip your feet in the water, but I can't remember if it was out this way or down another road in toward Winterville, so I'm not positive. We're gonna see if anything feels familiar, because that would be neat to find it. Dip my toes in. It was pretty private, so we'll see. It's a little swampy down here. It's wetland kind of on either side, on the right side and the left side. Now we're going up in elevation from there. And no, I'm not drunk, I'm just swerving around the bumps. Roads aren't too bad. Probably seems like I'm flying. I'm doing about 20-25 miles an hour. And that's about as fast as you want to go on these roads. They're just just so narrow that if you meet someone, it's very difficult to get out of the way before you either meet them like metal to metal. So, yeah, I would recommend going a little slower than normal. Now, I have to remember not to take that left at that intersection. I have to remember that. Anyway, again, guys, not drunk, swerving around bumps. I wonder why the road was so rough, because we got a little logging operation up here. Hopefully they're not blocking my way, but they might be. Hello, boys. Or girls. Pardon the rattles. Those tracks make it quite bumpy. Nice riggins you got there, boys. That one's got the Punisher on the seat. Wonder if he's the Punisher. CB Loggin out of New Canada. How's it going, CB Loggin? Out of New Canada, Maine. Oh, they got some strip lumber there. Nakies. Alright, anyway, sorry I'm being silly. Onward, trusty steed. Are you guys at all scared that a complete stranger is taking you into the woods? Just kidding. Looks like an old trail back there. But we must go forward and find the end of this road first before we explore the little trails. We must. Looks like she's getting a bit rough up here. I'd have to put it in 4-wheel drive. Just kidding. We'll be all set, I think. Just bring her way over here. Oh, take some of these keys off so they don't jingle around so much. And so long as we don't get ourselves high-centered here, we'll be all right. We're like a pro. Just like a pro. In my little Mitzi. My Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, everybody. Alright, I'm being really silly. I think I'm overtired. I'm telling you what, I am so glad I'm not outside because my car is swarming with horseflies, deer flies, whatever you want to call them. My car is swarmed by them. Both sides. Wow. Glad I'm not outside. Apparently this is the end of the road. Okay. Well, that would have been nice to know back there. But that's okay. It was a nice drive. Interesting. So now which way to go? All right, so the main road, staying straight, dead ends if I don't turn off at all. So we'll see where some of the side roads go now. So we came to that other turn. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that turn just to see where it goes this time. And this is that same logging operation we came up to earlier. Big boy toys. And a stick down the side of my car. That's okay, it'll just match the rest of the scratches. So this was that intersection. I guess I'm gonna go this way, so I have to remember if I come back to this way, I just stay straight on that road and that will get me out. This way I haven't been. It looks more like a four-wheeler trail, but it is wide enough for a car, so I'm gonna go ahead and check it out for a little ways and see what's down this way. Because it seems odd that that road just dead-ended. If it's public reserve land, it seems like it would go on for a little longer than that. So maybe this is the way to go. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out together. So what does this say? Okay. Okay, so yeah, I have been here, and it does get pretty rough down this way, but I'm going to go down for a little ways. Going straight would be a snowmobile trail to get to Square Lake. It says 73 to 96 Square Lake down that way, and then this way leads to Fort Kent. And I have been down this way before, so I was right in saying that I've been in the other direction. And this road, I remember, does get pretty nasty, so we'll travel it for a little ways, but we'll see. It might not be that long. I'm pretty good at being able to keep my car off camber if I need to, but I can't remember just how bad this gets. So we'll go down it for a little ways, give myself a little challenge. You know, I like a challenge. But I have to keep it within reason because, of course, I'm out here by myself. Got a little marshy area coming up here. A little wetland. Ooh, some raspberries. Beautiful raspberries off to the left there. Curious to see where this comes out. I forget. It's been so long. When I first moved here about 4 years ago, there's another turn there too. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. I went down here and I was all through these roads, but it's been that long since I have, so goodness, I don't know how the road is anymore, and they erode more and more every year, so you never know. So I did just see the Irving road sign confirming that this is also a road for vehicles, so that's good. And it looks like we're coming into another low-lying area. Some pretty little bog over here. Really nice. And a little bog on the other side. Oh no, guys, we're going through a water crossing. Oh no! Hang on. We made it. Didn't even have to lock it in four-wheel drive. I only wish I had a YouTube channel back when I had my Toyota pickup. I mean, I did for a short while, but I used to take this thing, the old Toyota that I had, I used to take it through some pretty wild stuff. and I think it would have been fun to show you guys. Of course, this is quite a capable vehicle, you know, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing like the Toyota was. And I wasn't as afraid to beat the Toyota because it was easy to fix. You know, it was very simple. This is a 2017 and there's so much more to it. So I try to be a little nicer to this. But you can't keep me out of the woods no matter what vehicle I have. If you guys have been with me long enough, you'll know that I used to take my Chevy Aveo out in the woods. It was whatever I had for a vehicle. This is where I go to unwind. This is, you know, I was sitting in my house actually this morning and I had gotten a lot of things done this morning. So I started out, I got my outdoor stove ready because I wanted to make some jam. I had a lot of fruit in the freezer that was just basically sitting there and taking up freezer space, which I needed. So I ended up taking all the fruit out and I made like a bumble kind of mixed berry jam. I have strawberries, blueberries, and Haskap berries. A lot of people may not know what Haskap berries are. It's Haskap. And they typically grow in more colder climates, so you may not have heard them or you may not have them in your area. We do have a couple families growing them up this way, and there was a U-Pick place that I went ahead and grabbed a quart there. So I just mixed all those berries together and made a jam this morning. I tore out my green beans from the garden because my green beans decided to just vine and not... that was me leaning on the steering wheel. Anyway, my green beans were vining so much that it was basically choking my entire garden out. So I ended up taking the green beans out, unfortunately, and had to restring some of my nasturtium that was getting choked out by the green beans and reset that a little bit. What else did I do in my garden? I fixed my garden fence a little bit. I have a mischievous cat, very aptly named Mischief, who likes to get in my garden and dig up my soil. So I'm ever so trying to keep him out of it and still be able to use it as a functional garden and get in there and weed when I need to and whatnot. Now, what is this? Ooh. This looks like a way to get down to the lake. And I think we're gonna walk it because I don't know if it's a camp or if it's public, but we're gonna go check it out, guys. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought because hashtag shiny things. Like the water down here. Oh, I got a nice shady spot to park. This is pretty awesome. A few gulps of water. I'm gonna open my windows and I will regret it because the horse flies will be in here, but that's okay. All right, let's see. I don't see, typically if it is a house or a camp, they'll have their name out here somewhere. And I don't see any names on the trees. So let's go see if we can get down to the water. It doesn't look very frequently used, like it's not tore up a lot. I'm just going to talk quiet because I don't know if there are people down here. It's quite a ways down, so it'll be a good walk back up. I don't want to drive down just because this is loose rock, and if it's someone's driveway, I don't want to tear it up. But if it is a boat launch, I'll come back up and I'll drive down. I love bead lily. This is a seed head of a bead lily. That's what the plant looks like. They're a yellow flower. What is this? my gosh, guys, this is a boat launch. It's a boat launch. Alright, so it is really, really steep. So I think I'm just gonna leave my car up there. And I'll come down and check it out and I'll show you guys. Looks like I can back down. Wow, this is awesome. Where am I? I might go for a swim, guys. Look at all these boats. This happens a lot in northern Maine. A lot of folks leave their boats or canoes at a pond. A lot of them get locked up. Most of the time they don't get bothered. But they started a new thing where you have to at least register that you have a boat down. Because a lot of people have been leaving them and they just turn to trash. And it's basically, you know, littering. So I'm not sure if they implemented that this year or if they're doing that next year, but I remember when I worked at Red River Camps, they had sent us a letter about it. I have no idea what pond this is, or lake. I'm so sorry about that, guys. No idea. There's a loon way out there. I think I'll be bringing my kayak to this spot. I'll have to remember that. I'm going to bring my kayak here. Yes, indeed. You guys, this is awesome. I gotta get my feet wet. It's kind of mucky, and I don't usually like muckiness, but I'm getting my feet wet. Oh, it feels amazing. Gotta be careful though, because there's probably a lot of glass in here, and these ponds are known for giant leeches. Ha! I love it when you just randomly find a spot like this. I freaking love it. Look at all the boats. It's insane. It's gotta be good fishing. Although I don't see a single person on the lake or pond, whatever it is. I wish I knew where I was at. But I'm glad I found it. Alright. Well guys, I think that's going to end this video. Pretty cool spot to end it. I'm going to head back up to the car and mosey on down the road a little bit more. I'll probably make a video of the rest of the road as well. Just break it down into a couple parts so that it's not so long and not so difficult for me to upload. Alright guys, thanks for joining me today.